Hey everybody, Angel Arts here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition, the Descent DLC. I am right back with Art and company, and we are trying to explore these mysterious earthquakes that are happening in Orzammar. So far, I am really enjoying this DLC. I've only been in it for about 30 minutes now, but I already like it a lot more than the Hack-On DLC. Because it seems to be a lot more closer to a main quest that you had in the Dragon Age Inquisition, like the main quest um, with the whole thing with the future Alexius and going into the future, or the main quest of going to Halam Shiral with the Winter Ball. That was more in line of what I wanted out of a DLC. I didn't want a whole new ginormous map to explore, because to be perfectly honest, the open world maps were not my favorite thing in Inquisition, and for a good number of players, that's the case too. If you like open world stuff, that's awesome. Then you got it with the Hack-On DLC. This one does have a map of sorts, but I don't think it's a world. It's not an open world map. It's pretty linear, and it's more story centric. And so far, that is what I wanted Jaws of Hacan to be. But let's go ahead and take a look. The whole idea of an inspect the expedition table, I'm intrigued by this, to find out what exactly this entails. Oh, the deep roads and the uncharted abyss. Grand subterranean passageways once connected the Dwarven Empire's greatest hives, but Darkspawn have laid claim to this territory since the First Blight. The uncharted abyss, a maze of long-forgotten caverns and tunnels, winds down to the very heart of Thedas, awaiting the brave or foolish who would delve into the darkness. In character, I think we should start with the deep roads, because the uncharted abyss sounds a lot more dangerous because it's uncharted, whereas the deep roads, at least some of the dwarves have some familiarity with it. So I feel like those would be, we'll go with the safer ones first. We have one, Deep Roads Expeditions, Legion Camp Improvements. The Inquisition's efforts in the Deep Roads would greatly benefit from additional logistical support at the main Legion of the Dead camp. Additional crafting tables can be constructed and a quartermaster brought in to offer basic goods and services. Inquisition forces can make improvements to the main Deep Roads camp. Let's do that. Inquisition's forces have built additional crafting tables, and a quartermaster has been assigned to the camp. Well, that was easy. How about the Uncharted Abyss? Let's go to the Uncharted Abyss. Guess there's nothing here yet. Probably have to get more as we explore through the deep roads. Colin is ready to report in. Well, Colin already reported in. Hey, Shaper Valta.
The Inquisition is on everyone's lips. Even the Assembly has taken an interest. I'm told King Balin wished to meet you personally, but the Deshos talked him down.
Oh, I wanted to talk to Balin.
The earthquakes present too great a risk. When the previous king died, Orzammar nearly fell apart.
How does one become a shaper of memories?
I was born with a keen stone sense. It caught the Shaper's attention, but my passion for history earned me the title. It was never really a choice.
You seem quite excited by the idea that these titans may exist.
My connection to the stone allows me to hear it, but I can only listen. Titans can sing through the stone. It is extraordinary. We call ourselves children of the stone. What does that make the Titans?
I'm really glad that this Inquisition has been focusing more on female dwarves, because we haven't really seen enough female dwarves, in my opinion, in the first two Dragon Age games. So, I mean, between Shaper Vela, and Bianca and Harding, and I think there's been more right off the top of my head. I can't think of them at the moment, but of course, brain fart. Why can I not think of Dagna. How could I forget Dagna's name? Dagna. So it's really neat that more female dwarves are representing in Inquisition.
What's life like in Orzammar?
I haven't lived in Orzammar for 3 years, but I receive updates. Is there anything in particular you'd like to know?
Yeah, well, Art personally is very new to dwarven culture, so...
Do you miss living there?
I do sometimes. Particularly the easy access to a warm bath and clean clothes. But the importance of my work outweighs the comforts of the city.
A dwarf's caste seems to dictate their entire life in Orzammar.
I could bore you for hours about our society's castes and the tensions that go along with them. Simply put, citizens of Orzammar are born into a caste, and that is their lot in life.
Not
A member
Dagna's.
of the Smith caste can never join the warrior caste, and vice versa. Everything is predetermined.
Yeah, I don't know if Art really likes that idea, even with him being a Qunari.
There's no way for someone to change castes.
It is possible for a member of the lower caste to marry above their station, but only their children's caste will improve. Similarly, when dwarves are made casteless, so are their descendants.
Yeah, I don't know I don't think Art's really down with that.
A dwarf's caste seems to dictate their
Wait,
entire
I
life
already
in Orzammar.
already did this part.
I could bore you for hours
Right,
about our
right.
society's castes and the tensions that go along with them. Simply put, a member of the Smith caste can never join the warrior caste.
How's the political climate in Orzammar?
There have been riots due to food shortages, but they will pass, I hope. I've no doubt some Deshers will try to use the situation for their own gain. But the king has a good hold over the assembly.
What are Deshers?
Members of the assembly, all noble born. Through the assembly, they govern Orzammar. The king presides over them.
That's enough about Orzammar.
Of course.
Thanks for the insight, Shaper.
My pleasure, Inquisitor.
We'll speak another time.
Yay! I'm happy I get to talk to people. Not
You can clean it, right?
Stay still.
It's a small cut.
Even breaths, Maketh.
Maketh.
The blight. It's in my blood, isn't it? Your face gives you away.
We don't know for sure.
It'll be too late when we do.
When it's quiet, dearest Iora, this will never reach you. None of my letters will. But writing helps me cope with having joined the Legion. For all the death I have already seen, there are wonders down here, and I wish you could see them. When it's quiet, there are still hints of what the deep roads used to be. Right now, I'm sitting under the crumbling statue of a paragon. I asked Ansa if she knew who it was, but the face is cracked. I like to think it's Endrin, Stonehammer, or Morok the Maul, though I know you favor Asik the Grey. Back home, I never cared about her history. Remember old Ostig shouting about Orzammar's former glory, naming taigs he'd never have visited and people he'd only read about? I laughed at him. But being down here, seeing what we've lost, these are more than roads, Iora. They connected our empire, let our culture flourish. The stone accepted us, and we lived and moved within her. Now we cling to her like someone drowning. Forgive me, all my letters end the same. Legionnaire Greg. That's one of the greatest things I love about BioWare games, is that their lore is so rich. The different races and the different locale, and just the living, breathing world that Thetis is. It's awesome, and these little tidbits, like reading these letters, just help paint the picture of life as, life as a dwarf, Orzammar. Just like in Jaws of Hakan, you learn more about the barbarians, because I didn't really know that much about the barbarians at all before Jaws of Hakan. So it's really great that these DLC help you just read a little bit more about this kind of...
The Legion is honored by your presence, Inquisitor.
Well, thank you. I heard the Inquisition got us a quartermaster. I was wondering where the quartermaster was. Obviously not here. Okay. That's where we blew up the wall. Craft armor. I think we're okay with armor, although I do kind of want to look at the new shield that we got, which isn't going to be under armor, it's going to be under weapons. Revered Defender Bulwark. Oh, that's a nice looking shield. Ooh, I want to give this to Blackwall. Required armor rating. Defense, armor. Medium armor rating. I need to get tier 4. Ooh, Dragon Bone. Very high armor rating. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look how that thing glows. Just from the sheer awesomeness of that color, I want to use Dragon Bone. Common. I wish you could filter this by tier. You know, like order in order of tier. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wow. That is gorgeous. So our tier 4 is the Veil Quartz and the... I'm gonna throw tier 4. Oh my gosh, Dragon Bone. Oh my gosh. Okay. Defense. 4% fire damage resistance. 1.5%. Oh, plus 16 health. Yeah, plus 192 maximum health. Yeah. Stuffing that in there. Tier 3. Damage resistance. Cold damage resistance. Fire damage, deep stalker, craggy skin, canine leather, bear hide. Let's do fire damage resistance. Yeah, why not? Fire damage resistance. And then I'm gonna add the yeah, we're gonna add the Dragon Bone to this because it just looks so awesome. Masterwork. Of course we're gonna make this Masterwork. Dragon's Tooth. Critical chance 40%. Yeah, that's not as good. Fade Touch Dawnstone applies to any crafted weapon or armor. 10% chance to grant 3 seconds of Walking Fortress. That's nice, but he already has the ability to do that. Heals 20% damage taken over 10 seconds. Oh my gosh. Plus 20 magic for 10 seconds. Plus 10% heal for half health. Wow. Plus 10% use hidden blades on a hit. Applies the following abilities. Cost 7.5% less mana and stamina. That's really nice. I kind of like that. I really like that a lot. Not having to worry about stamina as much. Yeah, Fade Touch Ring Velvet. Nice! A vigorous, fiery great shield. Let's name this the Thumb Rainer. Gosh. Well, no. It looks like a. We'll call it. You know what? I'm not sure if David's watching. David, the guy formerly named as Reclusiarch. In his honor, I'm going to call this shield Honor's Call. In honor of David, Reclusiarch, and Maximilian, his Dragon Age RPG campaign character. I'll call this one Honor's Call. Nice. Alright, let's give this to... No, it's a weapon. It's not a shield is a weapon, not an armor. Honor's Call. Oh my gosh, 64. Wait, look how epic this looks. David, if you're watching this, David, probably not for a while because he's still in the middle of, he's still scratching the surface of Dragon Age Inquisition. He won't see this for a while, but oh my gosh, look how epic Blackwall is. David has such a man crush, huge man crush on Blackwall.
So it's true. The king involved a servicer.
It's the beard. It's the beard. Requisitions. I don't think we need Western Geological. There's all these patrol shelters. Yeah, improved poison remedy. I think we're fine. Sad weapon? Will not be easy, but additional materials these splitters may be forged into something. For Elden history. Oh, these are... I think these are things for the... If I'm not mistaken, for the... specializations, I think. How are we doing on potions? Art... A jar of bees. I feel like I want to give Art a jar of bees. Just because the jar of bees is just awesome. Pitch grenade. Slowing it as I enter it. Confusion grenade. Cold resistance. Yeah, because the jar of bees is just fun. Super fun. Okay. Bees. 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 Okay. And modify weapons. Cole has a new blade. Where are you, Cole? You've got the silencer, which doesn't have a rune in it. Dragon slaying rune, master dragon slaying rune. I don't know if we're gonna come to any dragons right now. Frost or fire? Let's make fire. Why not? Okay. Modify armor. Rest. I think we're good. Change party. Okay, so we can change party there. Loot. Acquired schematic lyrium infused staff. Oh, here's a quartermaster. Crafting. Whoa. Tier 4. Oh my gosh, you can get tier 4. Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. Dragon webbing, dragon scales, volcanic aurum. Wow. I can get. Oh my gosh. These are tier 2s, these are tier 1s. Okay, okay. I'm gonna get some... Alright, well let's take a look. Sorry guys if this ends up being pretty much a crafting weapons and armor video. Lyrium infused staff. Dragon bone. Let's do dragon bone. And masterwork. I like the thing that makes it... What do we have? Dragon's Tooth. 10% chance to grant 3 seconds of walking fortress. Oh, that's really nice. For a mage, that's really nice. This is 10% chance, 25% chance taken over 2 seconds, 10 seconds. Plus 20 magic for 10. Oh my gosh, plus 20 magic for 10 seconds on a kill? Oh my gosh. Plus 7.5% extra focus for each enemy within 8 meters. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna do... Wow. This one, Fade Touch Dawnstone. Ability, 10% chance to grant 5 seconds of walking fortress. That's pretty awesome. That, look how cool that is. Look how cool that looking that is, guys. Healing Resolute Scepter. That sort of looks like a deep spider. It looks like a spider almost. Deep Spider Staff. I'm gonna call it the Deep Spider Staff. Deep Spider Staff. Sept. Okay. Art's gonna totally use this. Oh wow. Deep spot. Oh wow, that looks so cool. So cool. How about Dorian? Dorian has Dorian's Kiss, Accuser Staff. Okay. Yeah, this one. We do a little swapping here. Okay. Now that we are ready to go, modify weapons. I can talk to Lieutenant Renn.
I've been meaning to ask, Inquisitor. Skyhold, how does it, well, hold in the sky?
Good
How
question.
Do you keep it from floating away?
Well...
It's built into a mountain.
Held by the stone, then.
Yes. Yes.
A historian and a soldier. That's an unlikely friendship.
What makes you think we're friends?
The bickering.
Fair enough. Valta's got the stones of a silent sister. Doesn't mean I won't give her a hard time.
Shaper Valta said you're a veteran of the Blight.
I was a wet-nosed recruit.
But you survived.
Swing your axe long enough, you're bound to hit something.
You must have racked up a few stories.
Maybe when this is all over, I'll have the time and ale to tell them.
Most of Renn's stories end with decapitation.
Figures.
I'm an efficient guy.
Figures.
I'd like to know more about the Legion of the Dead.
The Legion's pretty straightforward. We keep the Darkspawn out of Orzammar, and we're sodding good at it. Becoming a Legionnaire is a lifelong oath, one that can't be broken. We celebrate our own funerals before coming to the
Yeah, I
Dead Lords.
remember that.
As far as our families in Orzammar are concerned, we're already dead. Hence the name.
Not to go off too much off topic, but I had a conversation with someone about how we almost seem to have it backwards a little bit. Well, not necessarily backwards. The concept of if you're nearing the end of your days, you know, if you get to the point in your life where you feel like you're starting to slow down and you might end up passing on relatively soon, about throwing your funeral ahead of time, you know, having a funeral party before you pass away, so that, you know, you actually get a chance to physically sit there and listen to people's eulogies, listen to people talking about, I don't know, it might sound like, you know, self, you know, like you're trying to embellish yourself a little bit, but it makes sense, you know, it makes sense. Like, why not, you know, celebrate your life? Why not celebrate, you know, your life like that while you're still alive, while you're still around to, I guess, actively participate in it before you pass on? The concept of having having your funeral early might seem like a silly idea, but the concept kind of makes sense to me. I don't know. I'm not saying I would do it myself, but I would understand the appeal of doing it.
That's quite the commitment.
It isn't a glamorous life. Every Legionnaire has their own reasons for joining. The common criminal to the deep lord with illusions of grandeur. All were accepted.
What about you? Why did you join?
I had a responsibility.
Apparently, I see. We'll probably hear about that later.
Thanks for your time.
Okay, alright. I wanted to get... Wow, we can rest on more than one...
So it's true. The king involved a surfacer.
Well, yeah. You have a problem with that? You really have a problem with that? Alright. I think that's all we can do here. So... We wanna go to take the lift. Take the lift, take the lift, take the lift. Like, am I not? Okay, this is where the lift is. Yes, yes. Okay. Down we go. Everybody on, everybody on. Okay. Want to actually, like, get to the next part before ending this video. Alright, so we've got Valta and Renn with us.
I hope we don't run into an emissary.
Oh, Now we definitely will.
I take it emissaries are bad?
Most Darkspawn are mindless killing machines, connected by the Blight. But emissaries are intelligent and use magic.
This reminds me of the elevators in Mass Effect 1. Greatly navigate the Darkspawn wards. Greatly, only without the fun announcements and stuff, the newscasts. Alright. Let's go forward, men. And lady. Deep mushroom. And rash vine. And... Ooh.
Shrieks.
Ooh,
Had to be shrieks.
I thought you'd be all kinds of dark.
Alright. Counter-Strike. Gather them up.
Everyone's got...
These guys have oh wait. I was gonna say these guys have projectiles, so we're gonna throw up our aids of a rift here. Woo! Good job, Cole. Why don't you mess up those bums up there? Nice. That's right. Keep them busy. Good job, Cole. Woo! Love that. Nice. So satisfying. Yes. Yes, give me more epic music. Alright, epic music is gone. I love how that we're still using the Jade Ham from Hakon. Just swinging a big giant ham leg around. That's awesome. What's over here? Lots of deep mushrooms. Unlockable Ooh. Deep Road Expeditions, recovering barreled treasure operation. An expedition has been locked, completed at the expedition table in the Legion of the Dead camp on the top level of the Deep Roads. Torn page from a journal. Stone blind called, they chanted. Their grubby fingers pushed my face into the ground, scraped the flesh from my ear, spilled blood. Two thumbs made black spots in my vision. Their voices were loud, so loud. But I hear her the loudest, the stone. When they left me in the quiet dark, she remained. Her soft lullaby told me of a way I could return, a song of my own. Filled with mother's love, I gathered singing stone by hand. They said it would poison me, but mother would never do that, not to her son. Within the melody are secrets meant only for me.
This belonged to an exiled dwarf who was experimenting with raw lyrium.
Listen. Dwarven mugs. Pride of Nalthor. The words, "let them eat steak," are etched into the side of this well-worn tankard. I know that's a reference to something. Let them eat steak. That's from history, isn't it? American history? Let them eat steak? Okay, well. Moving right along. Pull. Do I have a choice? I don't think so. Oh, wow. Open the rune-warded gate of Segruma.
There's something strange about it. Looks like our construction, but...
It's missing gears.
We have to find them. It's our only way through.
Sounds good to me. Alright, I think I'm gonna end the video here, guys. Thank you for watching this episode of Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition, the Descent DLC. Tune in next time, everybody, and until then, love yourselves and love each other.